Hey guys, it's kind of a slow week as usual, so I'm going to be doing somewhat of a goofy clear. I was talking to a friend of mine, Mr. Snake. He's a real big fan of Summer Fina and Lid. He likes using them to clear just random trials. I told him, go ahead and clear the Omega trial with your favorite unit. He tells me they can't do it in the turn limit, so of course I had to push up my glasses and be like, actually, I think they can do it in 10 turns. So we're going to try it. So I asked Idiot to build me a nice FID, and we're going to be using mine, and we're going to try to get it in 10 turns. We're not using any other DPS, we're just going to be using FID. Base form, just some autofill LB, and some autofill LB. Shift form, we're all about that limit burst and her double handing for ignoring the evasion and LB damage machine killing. So it's geared pretty well. We've got 300 machine killer and 135 LB damage. So we're going to hope this works to get the boss within 10 turns. And then Idiot built me one as well. Same thing, auto limit in the base form. And then the shift form, we've got a pretty similar build. He does have one piece missing, so his killers are slightly less, but overall it's still very similar, and it's looking good. Yep. Okay. So there's his build, pretty similar to mine. And the rest of the team, Eileen for Machine Killer. She's also our provoker for the dispels, for the ejects, the stops, and all that. So I gave her a stop immunity with the super ribbon, Nethicite, and all that goodness. And then she's gonna fill LB gauge too. Shift form, pretty much the same thing. I gave her a rallying cry for even more LB fill. Rab is going to be a chainer and support unit. He's also going to be doing lightning imbue, lightning imperil, and then revives. Double handing a water weapon, as well as lots of double hand to ignore the accuracy. He's going to be a support unit. And then Zahn, same thing, support unit, spreading buffs, going to be doing smoke bomb and all that goodness. He's got a double hand water weapon with accuracy. And then FaZe, 250 fire and ice resist, and then she's going to be a secondary provoker. She's got the dual cast Graviga, and she'll be doing things like, LB fill, covering, all that. Shift form, exact same thing. Okay, let's see if we can knock out this trial in 10 turns with Summer Fina and Lid. See if I'm correct or if I was talking foolishness. Let's see. Alright, so here is the ambush where the boss, FaZe covers that, not a problem. Wait for all these autocasts to finish, that messes up the retargeting if you don't. Let's go ahead and dual cast Graviga. We need Smoke Bomb next turn on our Zahn. Alright, let's go ahead and wait for this to finish. There we go, Smoke Bomb activated. Let's go ahead and shift our Eileen, because turn one we're kind of free, so we're going to use her to get some killers going on. Rab on this turn is going to imbue to Zahn, and then Zahn's going to spread that imbue to everyone else. My FID will Ocean cooldown for the Imperils. Other FID will Beach House Break to fill LB gauge. And then Zahn will double up. We'll go ahead and steal the killers from Eileen, and we'll share those with the team. Wait for all this to finish. Okay. And then because Rab imbued Zahn with Lightning, we're now got Lightning on the team as well. So with Lightning Imperil is up. FID is naturally water element, which is really unfortunate, which is why her damage is low in this fight, but because we're dual element chaining, it should be fine. So we're going to go ahead and shift the FID to get ready. They've got a LB damage booster in their shift form, so we're going to go ahead and take advantage of that real quick. We're going to triple, we're going to go ahead and party Rockin' Beach, and then we'll do Mog Beach Ball Blitz twice. Let's see, party Rockin' Beach, and then just some Blitz Balls. Doesn't really matter what we do, we can't hurt anything, that matters. Wait for this to finish. We'll go ahead and use Eileen to rally and cry. It looks like everyone's full LB anyway, everyone that matters. That really was kind of irrelevant, but whatever. We'll go ahead and cover and re-raise with FaZe for next turn. Rab will use Caster Sugar to unlock his triple cast for later. And then Zahn will Smoke Bomb so we don't die to the hybrid attacks coming in. Because we're not really bothering with breaks and mitigation and all that. We're all about just dealing damage. So Smoke Bomb allows us to just ignore all the damage coming in. Okay, so now we're going to use the LB on the shifted FID and cap on the boss. In order to do that, we're going to triple support chain. We're going to Hand of God, which also puts up a Thunder Imperil for later, and then Wild Animal twice. And then Zahn, we're just going to Time Burglar. We're not going to use the other one because the other one paralyzes, Paralyzing Darkness. I actually don't want to paralyze the boss. He's not vulnerable to paralyze yet, but he will be later, and I don't want him to be paralyzed. It's kind of strange, but I don't want him to be. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and send our Fids first. Now, this is a very, very slow LB, so you got to wait to send your Cappers until much later. So now we're going to send our Cappers, and we'll go ahead and cap the boss. Decent damage. A little bit over 1/3, so we should be able to get it in 3 and 3 burst, I think. So we'll go ahead and use Phasey to heal, and then Healing Ripples. And we'll use Eileen to go ahead and trust over to the friend with less LB gauge. And Eileen's got a bunch of auto limit equipped, so there goes the wave cannon, kills our tank, it dispels our Eileen, and then it raises. We re-raised our tank, so there we go. We can't really do anything this turn with our Fids, so we'll just guard them. We need Zahn to kill himself so we can Smoke Bomb again. So we'll go ahead and we'll use. I like using the Dazed and Confused one on himself to kill himself off. Alright, now we'll have Phasey put up cover again, and we will raise our Zahn. Alright, we're going to use Eileen to go ahead and entrust over to the other Fizz, so our LBs are good to go. Rab is going to 3-timer, and we're going to go ahead and imbue our DPS, and we'll imbue Zahn as well. Okay. So turn 5, we need to go ahead and do our Graviga trick so we can get a Smoke Bomb this turn. Wait for the casting to finish, go ahead and target our team and Graviga twice. Alright. We'll use Fid to once again put up her LB boost and then an attack buff, so we'll go ahead and do this. Let's see, LB boost and attack buff. Doesn't really matter who we cast it on. Alright, Eileen will put up a Machine Killer buff because the one we shared with Zahn has worn off at this point. What are we doing with Rab? Rab is going to just imbue people again. So we will just, let's see, imbue himself, imbue Zahn, and we'll do a heal because why not? And then Zahn will Smoke Bomb. Wait for all this to finish. Okay. So we're going to have Eileen get ejected here, which is, you know, not a problem. Now, we could paralyze the boss here, but I actually don't want to paralyze the boss because I kind of planned out his rotation to where if he's not paralyzed, it works out actually better for me. So once again, we're going to use LBs on these. We're going to triple, we're going to Hand of God and Wild Animal twice. Zahn will Time Burglar. And this is where I don't want to paralyze the boss, so I'm using Time Burglar. So we're going to do a little bit less damage this time because we don't have the good killer from Eileen that we stole the first time. And let's go ahead and send our chainers. But we did. Okay, so variance that time was better. Apparently we had bad variance the first roll. We had higher killers the first time. But that time we had, I guess, better variance. So we're going to go ahead and with Phasey, we'll just use a heal and... we're not provoking. Our provoker is gone, and we're not using Death Sight. There's no point to re-raise. So we'll just go ahead and just put up LB fill. So we're going to lose Phasey here. She's going to get dispelled and die and stay dead. That's okay, though. We're going to deal with it. Alright, so there's our, what's it called? There's our Eileen again. So we're going to go ahead and use Rab on this turn to triple. We're going to use Infinite Wisdom to unlock Quadruple Cast. And before we do that, we need Zahn. We need Zahn to kill himself. So let's go ahead and Absolute Mirror of Equity 3 times on himself. Kill himself off. He is using a double hand, so he won't evade his own attacks, which can happen, but not if he's double handing. So now we're going to use Rab to, let's go ahead and raise both of the dead with Rab. And then he will use Infinite Wisdom to unlock Quadruple Cast, because we're going to need that for next turn. And Eileen on this turn can just go ahead and Soul Reactor to fill LB gauge on everyone, so we're good to go for later. It's turn 7, nothing really to do with these two, so we'll just wait. And because Phasey has the autocast cover, when we raised her, she automatically covered, so there we go. So we're going to shift Phasey so she autocast cover again, because on this turn we're going to be busy with dual casting Graviga to activate Smoke Bomb. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and Graviga twice. Okay. Rab's going to take this moment to 4-timer. We're going to imbue Thunder on 4 people. Imbue Thunder to my Fid, imbue Thunder to the friend Fid, imbue Thunder to himself, and then imbue Thunder to Zahn. Go Rab with the quadruple cast. Very nice. Eileen will go ahead and revamp arms for the killer buff so we can get some good damage next turn. Fids will unlock their final Magnus for the LB damage boost. So we're going to go ahead and party Rockin' and double Mog Blitz. Use it, doesn't really do any damage because we're being covered by this dumb Searcher. And then Zahn will Smoke Bomb for the last time. Okay. You can't hurt me. And there it is. It's time to win. Let's go ahead and let's use an Esper to say we did all missions. We'll do LB and we'll do LB. Rab will 4-timer. We will, let's see, Hand of God, double Wild Animal, and we don't want to break the chain, so we'll just use a non-attacker for the last hit. And then Catch Me If You Can. Let's go ahead and Time Burglar 3 times. LB, LB. We're good. Wait for Bayma to finish. And this should take out Omega unless we get some kind of really, really horrible variance, but we should get it. Got it. Well, Mr. Snake, you said we can't kill Omega in 10 turns with Summerfina and Lid. It looks like we can. Oh, and the boss, or the stupid Searcher, does not want to die. Oh, no. But it's fine. We still did it in 10 turns. Yeah. So, goodbye, Mr. Searcher. We win 10 turns. That glitch is kind of strange. Okay, so, you know, it wasn't like a super overkill, but I was pretty confident that Summerfina and Lid could get a 10-turn clear in. It seems I was right. Of course, the gear was very strong. There's no denying that. But we did use them as the only DPS, and it worked. All missions, Omega with Summerfina and Lid as your DPS. Okay, this is what happens when we have no content for the week except for a boring Mog King farm. I do silly things like this. There we go. See you guys next time.